Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Quick word, guys, quick rumor word. Okay, this is not for everybody. Obviously, no recording is for everybody. If this is for you, you will absolutely know this will be confirmation and not revelation. At some point, God started to give you downloads, right? This could have been years ago, but at some point, you started to receive downloads. And these downloads there were instructions. Okay. There were instructions in regards to you tying up loose ends, right? But here's the thing. At the time, it wasn't the end of the season. You are still navigating that season. But we see in parts, right? And you also know that God gives a word many times before the manifestation of that thing. So he'll drop something in your spirit. And what really messes people up a lot of the time, including myself, my God, is that we feel we feel that when God gives us a word, it's for that time. So what happens is when we receive that word, when it's downloaded in our spirit, we begin to act on that thing right away, right? We're like impatient, we're full of haste, and we get ourselves in trouble because we get ahead of God. It took me a very, very long time to learn that. I'm so much better now. But here's the point. Here's the point. I'm in the middle of cooking a seafood boil, honey. So to jump on really quickly, honey, that word was so very profound, right? So if it's for you, please tap in and let your girl know in the comment section, right? Um, this instruction was more so less about protecting you in some kind of way, right? This more so less like in legal issues. This can look like divorce. I'm just getting where you fit in. This can look like divorce. This can look like just some type of legal issues where at some point you felt like you would be stuck in the situation. Again, the season had not come to an end yet. You were still navigating the season, but you were getting some kind of downloads that the season would eventually come, say not today, that the season would eventually come to an end. So God was starting to give you strategies and downloads early on. Not for you to act on it at the time, but to know that when the correct time approaches, meaning when the season is coming to an end, where many chosen people are capping off the last season. Some are already in the current season, some, such as myself, you're navigating both, right? So you're still tying up loose ends in the last season. So those instructions that you were given long ago, or just whenever, when you were given those instructions, you're now going to start to see these instructions come in real time, right? They're going to be downloads that say something like, this is just an example, downloads that say something like, okay, remember the instructions that I gave you, the download I gave you 2 years ago, and I said, okay, don't even speak on it, don't move on it, just kind of like hold it like in your back pocket, that type of thing, right? Or you may have had some kind of leverage, not like in a demonic way, not like in a blackmail way per se, but some kind of leverage that gave you some kind of leverage, right? But it would have been your obedience that held on to the leverage, because the leverage, whatever the thing could be, it could have been something that I'm trying to really be careful with my wording here because okay, whatever. So you had some kind of leverage. All right, so now that the season is now, right? The season don't mean it's today. But now that the season is now, meaning that you're entering to the new season. You know that you're entering into a new season, right? Um, because everything's drying up, right? Let's set aside really quickly this what we're talking about now. But in general, things are drying up. You're no longer fulfilled. The things that once kind of like there's no motivation, um, in whatever area. It could even be purpose and calling. You're no longer motivated in that area. Keep in mind now, purpose, yes, purpose is constantly evolving, but keep in mind, purpose is one thing, calling is another. You can be called to different things, but your purpose stays the same. Meaning, your purpose, how God uses you, yes, that will remain. But you can be called to different things in different seasons. You don't always have to be stagnated in one dried out it's expired. Kizzy, get this word out. Okay. So the point is, things are drying up. So much so that it kind of feels like the walls are closing in, not like in a bad way, but kind of like in a motivating way, right? So you're kind of antsy to kind of like get rid of this, or antsy to kind of the things that you kind of like hold on for dear life. Now you're kind of like, I mean, it can go, right? Including you, right? Right? So the thing that was downloaded into your spirit long ago or whenever, and God said, this is going to be the thing that covers you, protects you as you transition into the new season. It is now time to activate that thing. It is now time to go and see the lawyer. It is now time to take the exact words that I gave you, right? And now take it to whoever or whatever. It is now time to take that thing that was leveraged. Again, please hear me. I'm not even sure if I'm using the right word. And even if it's leveraged, it's not leveraged in a blackmail way. It's leveraged in a way that it's something that would protect you. Kind of like the other person would really they would consider twice doing something, get back, retaliate, this is that and the third, because of the leverage that you hold that was some kind of secret instruction for you to hold on to. Don't sell it, don't tell it. Hold on to it. I'll let you know what to do with it when that time comes. Well, that time is now. See, as chosen people, one thing that we've got to learn, many of us have learned, I absolutely have learned, is that with us, because our hearts are set up in such a way that we're so loyal. We're not perfect. We ain't that cute, boo, right? But we're so loyal, and we're so this, that, and the third. Again, sometimes we tend to forget that everyone is not that way. So what God was really doing was He was protecting you from you. Because with that heart posture, you would try to do things and don't even have it documented. You would do things and don't even have legal advice behind it. You would move off of emotions and sympathy and compassion just from having that big heart. Just to get burned in the end. And then you feel like, well, okay, now that it's all said and done, not like, why are you fighting me with this? Because all I did was have your back. I was good to you. I gave you this. And here now you came and you. God protects us from us. This is why, as chosen people, it is important, extremely important to understand obedience over emotions. It is crucial. Obedience will save you in the long run. It's hard, right? Because you have to tame that flesh, right? It's not natural for us. We're naturally moving from love, compassion, all that stuff. But when it comes down, especially the higher you go, when it comes down to certain stewardships and things like that, God will start to train you from a different mindset. It's logic, right? It's lawyers. It's this. No, move that heart out the way. Think about it. How many times have your heart got you in trouble? How many times have ungrateful people burned you? How many times have ungrateful people take advantage of you just to have them begging to come back? But that's a different story. But the point is, when will you learn? When will we learn? It's obedience over emotions. We can't trust our heart. Here we are moving from heart and love and compassion. I don't even like you, but I'm not gonna betray you. I don't even like you, but I want to be sure I'm fair. And when you're fair, you walk away. When it's all said and done, they straight drag you through the mud. And here we are holding the bag again. But I thought you. The Holy Spirit must lead. So I wanted to upload this because when I tell you guys, it was so very profound. So even if there's only one person who needs this, that one thing that God told you to hold on to, that secret he told you to close your mouth about, that you will need it in some kind of way to protect you in a certain season, even though that season was not now, you will start to feel that conviction come forth again. Pay attention to your convictions. Let the Holy Spirit lead you. Throw your emotions in the trash can. You guys have a great night. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.